All right, and we're back.
Hello.
Oh, dear God.
You see it?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Keep talking.
Hey, Jay, how are you?
You see, it's like how smooth it is.
Is it still smooth?
Hey, Jay. How are you?
Oh, it's much better.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it.
I can't see it from what you're showing me. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always going to have delay, so you don't have to worry about that.
But it's much better now.
Yeah.
So I should keep that HD. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, I'm going to let you go. And you could talk to us and let us know if anything is wrong, okay? What's so funny, Jay? All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Nice. And our friends are back. Mr. Ron
Oh,
Saxton
thank
is
you.
back.
Venus seems much. Thank you, Venus Boys 3 and Mr. Ron Saxton. This was fun.
It was
I
an
mean,
adventure for sure.
but it takes Spectrum is just bad at 1080. He just wants to attack Spectrum so bad. All right, so I will remember that.
Yeah.
But this is the pandemic. This is what we're dealing with. But I feel like it's so necessary to work these things out because you gotta give people content.
Yeah, absolutely. We're pivoting right now. This was us pivoting.
So Evelyn, how are you doing like during this time? Like, are you home every day? Do you go out?
Yeah, I don't go out into I don't know, like the grocery store or whatever, but I do have like there are walking trails near my parents' home. So like my sister and I will go like out for walks, which is really nice. My parents have a dog, so I'll take the dog out for a walk. But yeah, no, I haven't really I think like by the time I come back to New York, I'll almost be like a little bit, I don't know, like anxious about going out in public because I haven't really done that in at least a few months now. Um,
Yeah. Oh
but
wow.
I know, but I haven't been feeling like cooped up, which is good. Like I can go for runs and exercise has been like so important to me during the pandemic to get that serotonin flowing. But yeah, no, I've been doing well. Yeah, I haven't been like felt, trapped or, going stir crazy or anything.
Today I was a little off.
Yeah.
I was supposed to. Oh look, they said thanks, Jay. Good job, man. They're congratulating him. Yeah, he's my tech guy. Everyone needs a tech guy in their life. I mean,
Yeah.
Jay's more than a tech guy. He's my friend. But I I wouldn't be half of where I am technology wise if it wasn't for Jay.
Yeah.
And Jay knows that I compete with him technology wise too. So that was hard for me to say because I play games. I'm a gamer.
Mhm.
I got these new headsets to put in my ear so I don't look so clunky like
Oh
this,
yeah.
you know. But I agree. He said, I am the friend of friends like us. Yes, you are, Jay.
You
Yes.
are.
Yes, Jay. People that play Fortnite. Okay. All right. Okay. Enough. I started playing Fortnite a little bit again. And I gotta
Really?
say, it's not good for me.
Yeah.
It's addictive on a level where I'm like, sometimes I'll wake up and I'll go, do I go outside or do I play Fortnite?
Fortnite. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Are many people still on there? Because I know it was like a big thing kind of like last year at this time, but I haven't heard a lot of people still playing it.
Well, Mateo in the comics play it. I think Sarah
Oh, sure.
Silverman went on. I don't know if she still plays it. She plays Call of Duty more, but we tried
Gotcha.
to get her to play with us. But yeah, I do. I think during this time it's good to play because they seem to know how to keep people engaged because they're not doing anything,
Yeah, for sure.
But I will say, like last night, I had my neighbors across the hall, or what I don't know where they are actually.
Yeah,
These fools, I
yeah,
guess it was someone's birthday.
yeah.
Uh, I mean, laughing, screaming until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God.
So
Wow.
I've had basically, no sleep. I mean,
Uh,
I had like that intermittent sleep
yeah.
where
Oh,
you're where
that's almost worse, to be honest.
it was horrible. And I usually wake up on Saturdays and I go out to the farmer's market and I get up
Yeah.
early. I got up at like 10. That's not like
Uh,
me. And
yeah.
I went to the farmer's market late.
Mm.
I know I could hear my comic friends going, "Why are you talking about the farmer's?" But I love the farmer's market.
Yeah, no, it's nice. There's a farmer's market really close to me. I live close to Grand Army Plaza in Brooklyn when I'm in New York. And yeah, they have a really great farmer's market there too, which is it's just like a nice way to start your Saturday.
It's great.
Yeah.
I have these annoying conversations with people, like, and I could always hear the comics like saying, "Ugh, ugh, ugh." But I have so many. Like today, I talked about the mushrooms, but because there's a new mushroom guy.
Oh, wow. That is
Yeah,
exciting.
and he's got a lion's mane or something. I don't know what's so weird. Mushroom called lions.
He's made, yeah, they have weird names.
What did Jay say? I think COD is the trend now because Fortnite is just repetition. COD is more competitive. Huh? Is it? Yes, Fortnite is just repetition. I don't know what COD. Jay, can you send me a link for COD so I have a new addiction, a new reason not to leave my house? So, all right. So finally, since we have a clear stream and everything looks good, I should remind you why we're doing this. We're doing
Yeah.
this because every week we want to have engagement with our audience from friends like us, the podcasts. This is Evelyn Frick. Evelyn is my assistant, and she helps us a great deal with friends like us. And I basically cannot live without her. So thank you.
Yeah. And
And
thank you.
And this Thursday, we're going to do a post inauguration show with so far the comedians that we have is Dominique Witten and Vanessa Fraction, and we'll be posting. Who else will be on that show? We try not to do too many because these platforms, when you get into like too many people, it gets really complicated.
Yeah.
So like right now, we were able to do this because it's just you and I.
Yeah.
Remember, we tried to do a Christmas live stream. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. That did not go so well. But we still
Oh,
got great audio from it, and you can actually watch it on Marina's YouTube now. They didn't go live, but we still have audio video from them.
yeah, it's on my YouTube, and it was some really great conversations there with,
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, Ted Alexandro was on there, Vaughn DiCarlo, my
Yeah.
friend Cizawadi Morris was on there, Shauna Lane. We had Jackie Fabulous on one, Dominique. I mean, it was just a great live to see us when we're having these conversations
Absolutely.
about everything that's going on. Obviously, it's a lot going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
And we've been doing Friends Like Us for 7 years, almost. I think maybe I want it 7 years. Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive. That's like one of the oldest podcasts I've ever heard of.
Yeah. 7 years. And we just now got it right. I mean, that's why I just keep trying these things. It's okay to, you know, fail and then try again at like
Yeah,
platforms and stuff like this to figure out the technical stuff because it's worth it.
absolutely.
It's worth it to put this stuff out. And did you collected some of our comments and reviews?
Oh yeah, yeah. So I collected some of the reviews from Apple Podcasts, which for all our friends listening now, you should go leave us friends like us 5 stars on the Apple Podcasts and leave us a review. Yeah, so I picked out a few of them. This first one is very nice, and then the other few that I grabbed are nice and funny.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I always am scared to look at reviews because I'm afraid people say mean. People are mean.
yeah, people are really mean. The vast majority of the comments or the reviews for Friends Like Us are very nice. Um,
Oh, someone wants me. William Best said the glasses were a hit. Okay, I'm back.
no, okay,
Go ahead.
cool. So this first one, it comes from username Good Two Shoes Pride. It says, 5 stars, nothing but praise for this show. It's the kind of podcast that causes you to want to make your commute a little longer so you can hear more of Marina and her friends, which I just thought was a really very sweet thing to say. And then some more funny ones. This comes from Chin Kim, 5 stars, who says, hilarious. I followed the show for years. It's amazing to see a person evolve, and that's what happens with the host, Marina Franklin. She goes from dating white men exclusively to limiting herself to woke whites only.
Oh my God, that is so funny. I
know.
never read this. That is hilarious. Woke whites only.
Yeah,
I love it.
Whites only. Then it goes a little bit longer, just very nice comment. Also a lot of love for Pat Brown in the review section. This person also said, my faves are when Pat Brown is there. Pat's woke and hilarious, which is true. Pat's a great guest to have on. She always has so much to say. And this one also mentions Pat. It is 5 stars from Saint Charalambos. It says, with friends like these, I feel a little less lonely for an hour or two each week. Smart, funny, and beautiful women. I'm a gay man, and I want Pat Brown to top me hard.
Oh my
So
God.
in love with her. So in love with the show. Marina, thank you for creating this podcast. Pat, beat me 911.
Oh, look, I'm having a hot flash because I'm like, why is Pat getting so much attention on my show? So my body responds. I cannot hide anything anymore. It's like, oh. But that is true. When Pat's on the show, she's so much fun.
Yeah.
When we can get her, she's busy.
Yeah. Very true.
You know, she's working on stuff.
Yeah.
Working on herself. Yes. Look, another hot flash. Don't you wonder how many of these I have during the day? Oh, God. Do you know that I was on FaceTime with my sister
Mm-hmm.
and I started to have a hot flash? And this girl actually was like, she's like, I was like, Ashley, are you serious?
Yeah.
And then this morning she saw me. Look, it's creating a fog.
Oh, I hate that when that happens
in my glasses. Did you see that?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, it's the worst.
Look, you still like these William Best? Look at that. That is crazy. Getting old, man.
That's like the worst when you wear your glasses with like a mask and then it just like completely fogs up.
Oh, that was me walking to the farmer's market today.
Oh, really? Oh, that's awful.
It's like I can't see, and I'm also like, you know, and it's also like it's a very dangerous in New York actually right now, so you got to pay attention. So my glasses are fogging up. I'm looking around.
Yeah.
For people who could possibly want my iPhone.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get to the farmer's market. It was insane.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get your lion's mane.
It's almost like a video game.
Yeah, that's true.
They should create that. My journey to the farmer's market. All the things that can happen along the way.
Yeah, truly. I think that would be really popular with like people who live on like the Upper West Side.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people right now, we've had a couple of episodes where we talk about like the number of people who've left New York City.
Yeah, I really appreciated that part of the conversation from the most recent episode with Christina Greer, Suba Agarwal, and Aaron Jackson. I just thought I think it brought in like a lot of like the different parts of the conversation that you guys have been having over the last few months, talking about, having someone like Aaron who lives in New Jersey outside, and then Christina who lives in New York but has left. And then also bringing into the conversation the piece about, New York is dead, which I think is on a lot of people's minds right at this moment.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying, the real estate is really awesome right now. So I have a feeling that people will be coming back.
I think so too. People, it's kind of crazy how like low some people's rents are right now. because of the pandemic.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, my dilemma right now is, do I stay in my apartment that is a very affordable rent to
Yeah.
move to a better situation where the rent
Mm,
is better than it would be for a
mm.
one-bedroom apartment?
Yeah. Hmm.
That's a hard one because, I mean, you know, where I'm gonna look at the place, but
Yeah.
it's also like $500 more.
Yeah. That's hard. I mean, I feel like, I don't know, if like you go and it clicks with you right away, then maybe something to consider.
Moving
Uh,
is the most stressful thing in the world.
oh, it's the worst. I moved apartments when I was in New York at the beginning of the summer, and or no, at the end of the summer, and like doing it as like it was stressful, like even if COVID wasn't a thing, but then having to do it with like making sure because I had movers help me and making sure it was all like COVID like as safe as it could be was awful.
Oh, well, I didn't mean to. I just noticed the ticker. That's so awesome that the ticker shows it promotes our show.
Yeah, it's really nice.
You see that? Join us live January 20th. Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is stressful with COVID and oh God. I remember that when you said you had to move.
Yeah, it was I mean, I'm glad that I did have movers because like I was moving from like being on like a fourth floor on a walk up. So like I couldn't move and carry things all the way down the stairs by myself. Um, but yeah, it ended up like going actually very smoothly, but just like the organizing and like talking to people and being like, you better be wearing your masks and like all this stuff. And yeah, and I think actually I'm probably going to be moving at the when my lease is up again too, but hopefully things will be more under control then.
When I was your age, always a great way to start a sentence.
Yeah.
But when I was your age, seriously, moving, I did it with no problem.
Yeah.
But now it's so emotional to move. The older you get, moving is like if I left this place, I have so many memories with
Mhm.
where I live. Like
Oh yeah.
it tugs at my heart
Sure.
to leave, even though I'm pissed off at this restaurant that's beneath me, which by the way, I've been complaining. I've been
Yeah.
complaining about them on the podcast forever,
Yeah.
but they were shut down
Oh really?
because they're doing everything they're doing is illegal.
Oh, they were like shut down by like the city.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, they were. I mean, I sympathize. And those of you that are on here, new stand up on the 21st. No, on the 21st, Howard Lee, we're going to be doing a live show of the podcast, Friends Like Us. We're going to do a post inauguration podcast conversation. It's us talking about what we do usually on the podcast. We talk hot topics. And I have Vanessa Fraction, Dominique Witten, and more to be announced.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing on the 21st because we have a fair number of people who listen to the podcast that would like to see us on video. And so that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Now, for Howard, for your question about my stand up, and I'm glad you said this, on the
Yeah.
28th at 9 p.m., I am doing a stand up show where I'm headlining it for the first time. And you could go to my website. You could go to both my Instagram, everywhere. I have a link for tickets. It's just $5.
Yeah.
But because you're here on YouTube, if you send me a message, if you email me, my email is on my website, or you could DM me on Instagram, I will send you a personal link where you can do it for free. It's just $5. But,
Yeah.
I hope I did that right. I don't know. I have all these PR people telling me how to promote shows. I'm like, I think that's how you do it.
Yeah,
And
I
I'll
think so.
yeah, and I'll send you a personal link. All right, Howard. So that's on the 28th.
Yeah.
Low expectations, by the way, because I haven't been on stage since wow. I haven't been on stage since October.
Was that for the Colin Quinn?
That was at the Stand in New York City, the
Oh,
Stand
okay.
Comedy Club. They did pretty good shows outside.
Right. Oh, yeah, sure. But now it's
No,
too cold.
it's too cold to go outside, and like that restaurant that I was talking about, the stuff they were trying to do outside, it's like I sympathize with
Yeah.
them, or empathize. I don't know, both are the same words to me.
Yeah.
But they were out there, like, they had little fires.
Oh, no.
They had little things to warm people up. I saw people trying to eat out there, and they were, like, warming their hands.
I've seen things where like restaurants in the city have built like little huts out like on the sidewalk for their like outdoor dining. It's like, okay, but you've like built a little house for people to eat in, so that's indoor dining now.
Yeah, yeah, and those things were shut down.
Oh, good. Yeah, they should be.
So they created the restaurant beneath me. You feel bad for them because they're trying the best they can.
Can and yeah, they just like need to make money.
They need to make money, and they're trying. No one's helping them with the right information.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they spend all this money on these things they think are outdoor.
Yeah, but it's not.
It's not outdoor.
Yeah.
And then what they did was they were trying to go behind the building where no one can see them
Yeah.
and
Mm,
have customers come through the restaurant, go to the back so that they can try to still make their money. And I get
mhm.
it, but this COVID thing is
No.
it's a mess.
It's a mess. And it's the thing that like blows my mind is like right now it's where things are worse off, at least in the US, than it was in like March when and like April when things were like closed down. And like we're in lockdown, but people are like doing whatever now.
Yeah, William Best says your glasses bring out your eyes, but the heat flash
Killed the moment.
the heat flash fog killed the moment. Yes, it
He's
did.
trying to have a moment with you.
Sorry, I had a hot flash. I watched the Butterboy shows with Aparna and Miss Fire. Those were so much fun. Do you know Aparna? I love,
Yeah.
and Firestone. I love both of those girls so much, and I miss doing shows with them live. And hopefully, we'll be back there soon.
Yeah.
I've been pretty good about knowing when things will get back to normal. I think
Yeah.
some type of normal will probably be, I would say, November,
Mm.
where
Yeah.
for indoor shows
Yeah.
where people will feel comfortable. I mean, people are doing indoor shows.
Yeah. That just sound like I would be like I couldn't do that. I would be too like nervous about it.
No glasses, beautiful eyes. Okay, what? Which one
Getting
is
mixed messages.
It's like I'm dating you guys. Love me some Marina, and I don't own a boat. Oh, thank you, Michael Mosley. Are you just joining us, Michael Mosley? We just got our screen right.
Yeah.
We've had so many attempts, and I haven't seen you on here. So thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. The reason I'm doing this is we have a Friends Like Us podcast. My podcast, Friends Like Us, where we have a show every week, every Wednesday, without fail, for the whole
Yeah.
year. We don't stop. Every Wednesday there's a show. We actually have coming up a doctor, Christina Greer's sister.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's so exciting.
Did I tell you about that? Did I tell you?
I saw the emails, but I didn't see that you had like talked to her.
Yes. So I spoke to her, and she's going to come on to talk about the vaccine.
Oh, that's great.
Evelyn is a comedian. Venus
I
Boy.
am. Yeah, just starting out. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I moved to New York in like September 2019. Yeah. And had like just started out, and then COVID happened and shut things down. So I've been doing stuff online, on Twitter, virtually. Yeah. So you can follow me on the social media and see what I'm up to.
And she helps me with
Yeah.
she's my personal assistant.
The best kind of education in comedy is working with Marina.
Oh, thank you. Because it's hard to be like a boss. I try not to be a boss, but I try to.
Yeah.
Am I a nice boss?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like it's kind of funny because yeah, like when I talk to my friends about the work I do with you guys, I'll be like, "Oh yeah, my boss," but it feels weird to say because you like I don't like obviously you're my boss, but it doesn't feel that way.
It shouldn't. I don't want it to ever feel that way. It should always feel like this is learning,
Yeah,
education,
yeah,
and what would you say? So yes. Oh, so back to the Christina moment. I had spoken to her sister, who is a doctor, who is knee deep in all of this,
yeah.
and she got the vaccine,
Oh
and
wow,
she wants to talk about the vaccine,
that's great.
especially for the Black community because
Yeah,
we're not getting the vaccine.
no, yeah,
And our reasons for not getting the vaccine is understandable. I mean,
yeah,
our psychological reasons for not getting it is our lack of trust in the health industry,
yeah,
because of the disparity of
yeah.
how, women, pregnant women, the disparity of Black women dying from childbirth, all
Those,
of those
yeah,
things. There's just a lack of trust. So she's Black.
yeah. Very understandable.
She's going to come on the show to talk about why it's okay. The vaccine is fine. And also
Yeah.
she's going to have her another person come on who had the virus
Oh
pretty,
wow,
pretty bad. And
wow.
he's going to talk, because there's a lot of myths out there, a lot of things that are just incorrect.
Yeah.
And I think my uncle said it best. He's a doctor. He's in LA, so he's dealing with it
Okay.
hardcore. And
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm going to do an interview with him, but he talks slow, so we'll do maybe, something else.
Yeah.
But he's basically given me a lot of information about this vaccine and told me that you want to get the information from someone that's educated
Yeah.
and that has experience in the field, not from your aunt who believes that if you put garlic in your ears, you'll be okay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. I think something that's been really interesting, I think like people in like there isn't like a white community, but in the white community, I think people like me who are like educated and stuff are like absolutely like very gung ho about getting the vaccine. And I think listening to the podcast and hearing people that we've had on like have like skepticism about it, I think that's like affected me in the way of like, oh, like I definitely should learn more about like what is in the vaccine. Like I'm going to get it when it is available to me, but I think it's still important to like learn about like what's in it, what possible side effects there are and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, I think that is all like worth it, any possible side effects and stuff like that. But it's still important to just like educate yourself and find good resources and talk to doctors to know like the full picture of what the vaccine is like.
Absolutely. You got to do your homework.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, my thing is to always the question to ask your doctors is what trials are done with people that look like you,
Yeah, absolutely.
or with the health conditions. My question would be how many Black women with breast cancer has taken this vaccine so far? I mean, I just
Yeah.
want to know, where are those trials? All right, let's see. Venus is saying at a medical appointment, a nurse told my dad she wasn't going to get it because she didn't want to be tracked by Bill Gates. Yeah, sometimes the nurses, and that was from a nurse,
Yeah.
sometimes nurses can be the worst patients.
Yeah.
I mean, even the doctors. I mean, I've heard stories of nurses not wearing masks when they were supposed to wear them. So, it happens. It's not overwhelmingly the case, but
Yeah.
these are exceptions. So, yeah, that nurse, I mean, was she white? You look, Venus, from your picture, you look white. So I'm wondering, is she white? Because it's very interesting. The information in the community is very different. Okay,
Oh,
said
yeah.
William Best is saying I'm Black and was part of the Moderna trial. They just unmasked us, and I did take the vaccine. My only side effect was fatigue after the first shot, about 5 days. That's it? Okay. So the Moderna trial, is that the one with the second shot? No.
I think it is. I think both Moderna and
Oh, yeah, that's the
Pfizer
first shot.
have 2 shots.
Yeah, it says my only side effect was fatigue after the first shot. Okay. All right. So then he's got to get the second because the first shot has like, I think 90%, and then you got to go back for the second.
Yeah.
And then Venus is saying, oh, yeah, we're all pink here. We're all pink here in small town Nevada. But I think it's important to say here, one of the things my uncle kept repeating to me is that this wasn't rushed.
Yeah.
It's not considered to be rushed. To say, saying that it's rushed is wrong. What it is this has never this process of developing this vaccine has never been done before.
Yeah.
And it is like the first spaceship, basically.
Yeah.
So this way of developing the vaccine, of getting this vaccine or this type of vaccine. Oh yeah, no. The process is they basically replicate the protein of the coronavirus. Look at me. I feel like a doctor. I really don't. I'm really trying to repeat what he said. I hope I'm saying it right. I'm not a doctor, but it's like the artificial. And I know when I say artificial, people are going to freak out. They're like, artificial? Is it organic? Is the vaccine organic? But it's like the artificial replica of the coronavirus, which means they can also prevent AIDS.
Yeah.
Because they can duplicate AIDS. They can duplicate the flu. So this actual process is huge.
Yeah. It's really important.
So rushing, no. The process is revolutionary.
Yeah, no, I think I get like skepticism about it, but I do think it is like actually very like impressive and like monumental that they were able to figure this out in such like with such a quick turnaround time.
Yeah. I mean, so we'll see. And plus, I'm not probably going to get it until it's probably not going to be available to me until like June or July. So I'll get to hear the stories.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been like trying to figure out, like, I've heard stories of like people like calling their local like hospital or like the places where they have the vaccine and being like, because I've heard stories of like there being extra doses and them just like going bad. So I've heard of people like calling their local places and being like, is there a wait list that I can get on if you have like extra doses, that even though like I'm not like eligible in this phase, if you have extra, can you give them to me? So I've been looking into that because like my parents are in their 60s. So they won't be eligible for, at least in Pennsylvania, it's like phase 1C or something. But on the off chance that places have extra doses, I definitely want to get them vaccinated.
You see, this possible. Is I don't hear anyone Black doing this work to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
Like in the Black community, everyone's like, mm-mm.
Yeah.
Don't be giving me no vaccine. And here's the thing. I know that was awful. My little, I don't know what that was. And I apologize. Don't cancel me. Please don't cancel. I can't even do my own Black voice. Someone said, oh, Venus. Boys 3 says the technology to build this vaccine was being developed a good while before COVID came up. Yes. Yes. Exactly. But I do feel like if there was a community that needed it the most, it's the Black community, because we're dying from this at a higher rate. So not because of our DNA.
No.
Because of where we live, information.
Because the resources that there are fewer resources being put into those areas.
Now, I will say this on this week's Friends Like Us. Who do we have booked for this week coming up?
Harry Enton, Vanessa Fraction, and Joelle Johnson.
Okay, so that's a recording that will go out the week after. The recording that's going out this Wednesday.
Oh, this Wednesday.
I know we're so like
Yeah.
we're so booked.
I know we have so many things. Oh gosh, I'm totally blanking on who it is.
Tara Setmeyer,
Oh yeah, that's right. Tara
John
Setmeyer.
Laster, and
Joanna Briley.
Joanna Briley, who does the Black Woman Comedy Festival here in New York City.
Yeah.
Yes. And Tara Setmeyer, I met, she's part of the Lincoln Project. That's how I met her. So she's conservative. So I wanted to get her views on what happened in the Capitol.
Yeah.
She's been on The View. She's got into it with Meghan Kane on Who Doesn't on The
Wow.
View. Yeah, she goes in the first like moment on that podcast. She goes in about
It's good.
Meghan Kane. So
That's good. Someone needs to tell Meghan McCain what's what.
I mean, I'm not a fan. I kind of like Meghan at times. There's sometimes when she says things, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's well said.
Yeah.
You know, but then I get confused at other times. I'm like, well, wait, what do you stand for? Which one is it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I can't get a clear read on like what her values are.
Well, she definitely wants Trump out. She said
Yeah.
that. And she says she's really upset that most of there's still like what 45% of Republicans were they were like kind of okay with what happened.
Yeah, it's like, and I mean, it's not like surprising, I don't think, but it is like shocking the number of Republicans who are just like they can, you know, be okay with what happened.
So see, these topics and more is what we talk about on the Friends Like Us podcast. And we have comedians mostly, but we always have an expert because we don't know what we're talking about. I mean, we do, but we're just talking. But it's always good to have someone who really, really knows what they're talking about on the show. So that's why, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Friends Like Us podcast. It's on all platforms. You can hear it on Spotify, on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and we also sell merch. This is me. Look, that's me. I'm not going to keep you too much longer, Evelyn.
Yeah, no worries.
I know you want to get back to your family, that dog, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's a good boy. He's 16, so he's very cuddly.
Oh, send me a picture.
Yeah, I will. He's so cute.
I love dogs. I love all animals. I love animals more than people. I'm one of those. I'm like, I could just, but listen to the podcast. We're going to do this weekly. Evelyn and I are going to come back, shout out some of our fans who listen to the show, talk to you, answer any questions you have. Also to let you know what's going on with me and comedy shows, because I'm trying to do that. Because while we're all stuck at home, I want to provide more content so that you don't feel, you don't feel alone. Because there's more content on the way. Evelyn, was there anything else that we were supposed to say? Did I cover everything?
I think we talked about live stream on Thursday, your comedy show. Yeah, and then just for those of you watching, make sure to, if you listen to Friends Like Us podcast, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, leave us a review. Yeah, leave us a review. That's so huge because I know people who just focus on reviews so that their podcast moves up in the charts.
Yeah.
I just worry about content.
Yeah.
But people really like our show, so don't just like it and review it.
Yeah, so that other people can then find it and start listening too.
See, and William's left. He's got to watch football. Oh, and stay away from ice cream right now.
Oh, yeah, I saw something about like the metal shards in like it got like recalled.
Coronavirus in the ice cream.
Oh my God.
I know, I just started a whole new subject because that's what I do. But yeah, it's coronavirus in the ice cream because it's cold and it has fat.
That's yeah. Oh man.
No more ice cream.
No. And that's probably a good thing in the end.
Just stay away from ice cream until you get the vaccine, please.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to go, but I want to remind you, check out Friends Like Us. Also check out my comedy show. It's January 28th. It'll be at 8:30 p.m. I'll be doing a lot of promotions. You can go to my website. You can go to my Instagram, and you can see the links for tickets there. All right. Or you go to Linktree. Yeah, Linktree / Marina Y. Franklin. I want to thank you guys for being a part of our experiment today. Now that we got it down, we'll be back more regularly. All right. So please continue to follow me. I appreciate all of you for being on here on YouTube, and stay safe. Okay. Wear your masks, wash your hands, keep
Yeah.
your bubble small. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's all great advice.
Oh, and Howard Lee said thank you. I should thank all of you by name. Howard, thank you. Howard Arley, thank you so much. Venus, thank you. The comedy show is here, I'll put it in the comments section now. Why, since she asked. January 28th. Gotta play some Fortnite. Oh. 9 p.m. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave links in the comment section and in the description so you can get tickets there too. And if you DM me, like I said, I'll hook you up. Okay. It's just $5 though. I know everyone's struggling right now. So I'm just trying to give you something for being a friend. All right. Thank you guys so much. We're going to end our, how do I say? Thank you guys.